So the first question is this. So do you think it's possible to create peace on Earth by 2030?
Thinking about peace on earth, I want to quote a youth in 2003 who said, "Peace is inevitable. We'll either get peace by making it on this earth, or something will happen and we'll be gone, but there will be peace." So by 2030, I think that's a laudable goal. And the most important thing we need to do is to take care of our sacred planet. And as we work on that, we will change ourselves and build our connectedness in new ways.
Beautiful. So what stands in the way?
The money that is being made. Oh, I don't know how to stop this, John. Can you stop? Can you pause?
Okay, it's okay. We will. That's fine. I'm going to ask you the second question again. So what do you think most stands in the way?
What stands in the way of peace on earth is not the lack of vision. The Sustainable Development Goals have a very clear roadmap. But the biggest reality is you can't achieve anything with bombing. And you must find another way of dealing with our disagreements, our political agendas, without reversing to war and violence. It just absolutely destroys anything. And just as a drop of black ink will change a glass of water, we must learn to live nonviolently with our words and with our actions.
So is there any way that you can imagine that we could, in fact, live that way, that we might be able to overcome these challenges?
Well, one of my biggest things is let's get rid of nuclear weapons. Because as you have it in the back of your mind that you can be gone in an instant, that gives you a freedom to do most anything. Whereas if you take that away and you say, we must find a way to make this planet totally sustainable, it just changes everything about our mindset.
Beautiful.
So I would say start big and then realize that the smaller things and the small arms and they're dangerous and that there just need to be other ways to deal with problems rather than warfare, fighting about it. We need a civil discourse. We need compassion. We need kindness. We need love. And as that starts spreading, that creates a different atmosphere to make both help the bigger problems get solved on their own, with the emphasis going towards that, and also the ripple effect of having a goal to make sure that we protect our planet and to really make it a priority for every person to know that this is home. We need to treat it with love, respect, and remember that the planet is sacred and wants peace.
Beautiful. So what do you personally want most to contribute to creating peace on Earth?
Well, that's a wonderful question because for so many years I've been working with the International Day of Peace. And I'm very pleased that there's at least one day a year that is dedicated to peace. And in order to achieve it, the actual resolution calls for ceasefire and nonviolence. You have to work towards that. So you can't just do it for one day because you wouldn't have a day's celebration. You need to put planning into it. You need to build partnerships. And we need to be able to focus on ways to help one another evolve and to live with more kindness and respect and to have that radiate. So I think both personal choices leading to collective group activities makes a big difference.
Fabulous, fabulous. What do you most want for the organization you're involved with to contribute to creating peace on Earth?
I'm so proud of the United Religions Initiative. And our preamble and purpose absolutely call on us to end religious and motivated violence through daily interfaith encounters and to create cultures of peace, justice, and healing for the earth and all living beings. And so with that as a vision, moving into it as a reality, you have any choices of things that you can do that make a difference in the world and a difference in your personal life. And looking at the other as not the other, but as a unified grouping. Flowers make a beautiful garden, but if you have all red roses, it is not nearly as beautiful as a variety of things at different heights, at different colors, at different shapes. And we have to just appreciate the beauty of the diversity that we're living in and really live it. And I think URI is doing that locally around the world through our cooperation circles in 105 countries. You must have 3 distinct faith traditions working together, coming together for their choice of how to promote this vision statement. It gives tools, it gives support, it gives vision, and it adds spirit. And it makes us, regardless of what we're doing as people, we know that we are connected to both the earth and spirit.
Beautiful, Monica. Monica, are there any other key insights that you'd like to share on how we can all work together to create peace on earth by 2030?
I think one of the things that's really important is that we acknowledge the work that is being done by the diversity of organizations, by the diversity of faiths, and to see that it isn't one thing that's going to make it. It might not even be one thing that's all joined together. The reality of it is that there's always going to be a variety, and that interconnectedness is still there, but it might not be a oneness. And I don't think we want a one anything. I think people enjoy doing things the way they want to do it, and enjoy finding some new things that have been done 30 years ago, but it's new for them.
Right.
And so we just need to realize that in the diversity, there is a uniqueness that is so special because it is that spark, it is that spirit that is there and yet totally shared. And it's kind of a concept that it touches your heart. You hope you can live into it, and you can probably check off any number of times during one day that you haven't. But having the goal and shared vision and knowing wonderful people throughout the world is such a gift. I mean, how can we think about having war with a country if we realize that they are people like we are? It is almost impossible to think that war is the answer to anything because of the amount of destruction and heartbreak and devastation to cultures. And war is all about power and money and greed. We're doing a whole new thing. So let us love into world peace.